Hello everybody, welcome back. Welcome to a fantastic craft vault that we've got for you today. It's been a wonderful day here today, despite the fact we're the only ones in the building because it is a bank holiday here. Everyone's gone. They're all eating chocolate and drinking champagne and enjoying the long weekend and enjoying the glorious weather that we've got over here at the moment, which is quite weird because normally at Easter it's a bit hit and miss. And if it's a bank holiday, you can put money on the fact it's going to pour with rain on a bank holiday, but it seems to be really, really good. So I do hope you've had a fantastic start to your Easter weekend. We've got loads of different things to show you today. And I'm not on my own, of course. I do have the lovely Debbie Fisher here with me today. Hello, Debbie.
Hello.
Back again.
Hello.
Confusing.
I know, it feels strange being over this side now after I've been there all day. But yeah, it's been a great day. I've learned so much. I don't know about you, but I've loved watching you craft today, Becky. It's been amazing. And you always know when someone's doing a good job because the day flies. And the
gone really quickly today,
it's
hasn't it?
just absolutely flown. And I never think of sewing as boring at all, but I always think you have to really concentrate because there's a lot to do in it. Mm-hmm. It's not like a quick demo where you can do it in a few minutes. Like Johnny could say to me, oh, Debbie, just do a bit of colouring, and you can't do that. But actually, the time flew, so I was in awe of your sewing today, and you did some amazing projects. Yeah, it's been a great day, and it's been busy. Even though we've not had a lot of people watching, I think today, we've still had a really busy day.
Really busy. I mean, I think we've had some really great deals. And I think that's the thing, isn't it? When you've got a great deal, then of course you're going to get it. So, that is the thing. If you are looking for buying anything and you see something you think, not too sure, a bit on the fence, things are going really, really quickly. And over this weekend, we are giving you triple points right until Monday at midnight. We've also got a secret code. Oh! Found it! 10. Use that.
Well, you were better than me. I was like, what's happening? What's happening?
Found It 10 is going to give you 10% off anything on the website. I'm going to see how often I can do that. I really flummoxed Debbie. Go deadly quiet so everything thinks, what does that mean? It's that really, really big giant spider that's just falling down. No, we don't have any spiders in here at all.
It's because I was colouring and suddenly it went really quiet. I was like, oh my God, what? What?
Do you know what I should have done? I should have just dropped underneath the counter. Everyone was like, oh. We might be a little bit happy this afternoon because we've also had a lot of chocolate. Because, we have got some Easter eggs here. So we have to sort of take into account the fact that, a little bit of a sugar rush that we might have later on.
Absolutely. I've still got it. I've got a little tray of mini eggs right in front of me that I'm munching through as I'm demoing.
But we know as soon as we get back, we're going to have that sugar crash and we'll both fall asleep on the sofa.
We will,
and wake up and think, oh, goodness, we've got to get the room ready for Corinne, who's not going to get to the house, unfortunately, until midnight, I think.
I know, bless her. She's coming up very late, and you're leaving very early. So,
I am. I'm out of the house at 6:30 tomorrow morning.
It'll be weird for me because I'll go to bed with Becky tonight, not with Becky.
Oh, interesting.
Wake up with Corinne.
And that's the kind of Easter weekend that Debbie has.
I'm going to bed with Becky tonight and I'm waking up with Corinne in the morning, so it's going to be a fun night.
Oh dear. Oh, 6 minutes in and my makeup's running. Oh dear, that's going to be good. So we've got some great deals to show you. We're going to show you a particular thing on the bag. This is a really fabulous bag. This is half price at the moment. So this is your universal carry bag. You can see they're great for storing all your pens in there. Your pen trays will fit inside that bag, but you could also fit probably 6 bottles of Prosecco in there if you didn't want to transport any pens. Fantastic value, £24.99, $29.99. Your platinum price is $19.99 or $23.99. This is half price. This is the best price we've ever given you, so really worthwhile popping in your basket. The next thing, if you don't want to use that for storing Prosecco, your pen trays, your Spectrum Noir pen trays, you get 6 in a pack. £9.99, $12.47. Platinum price is $7.99, $9.98. Again, half price. We've got some really stonking deals for you today. We've got another one which is half price. This is our ink pads for your Spectrum White ink pad trays, and you get 6 of those in there. This is £8.49, $12.49. Platinum price is £6.79 or $9.99. I would definitely go for those really quickly if you want to go for them. And remember, you should use your code FOUNDIT10, and that'll give you a further 10% off. Plus, you're going to get triple points on everything you buy. So why wouldn't you? Really, within those kind of prices, it's an absolutely amazing deal. We also have a great deal on the Gemini Midi, and this is our Easter deal. So this carries on until Monday. You get this machine, and you'll also get these dies here. So you buy 9 of these dies and you get 9 for free, and these are really, really gorgeous selection of different dies here. I'll just flick through some of these so you can see all sorts of different things for different opportunities, different occasions that you might be having. I mean, these are absolutely gorgeous. I love these small dies. I think they're really lovely because they can just sort of elevate even just like a gift tag into something really, really special. So that is just half of the different dies that we have. These are the other half, so you're buying 9 of these and you're getting the other 9 for free. So those little alphabet ones are absolutely gorgeous. I've seen those being used on bits and pieces before, and they are tiny little dies, but so very, very useful. So you've got things for sort of general sentiments as well as little embellishments in that little pack here. So the price for this is £114.90 or $163.90. Platinum price is £91.92 or £131.12. Remember, if you want to use your code, you're going to get 10% off. The code is there. And triple points as well. The next thing we've got are these absolutely beautiful tricolour brush pens. Now, I haven't seen these being used yet, but they are beautiful colours. These are, what do we say, burgundy barrels, so you can tell that they're different, but they're different to the other sort of tricolours you've got. These came out at birthday week, I think we said, didn't we? £4.99 or $7.47. Platinum price is £3.99 or $5.98. So this is half price again. And these are really pretty colours. These like beautiful sort of turquoise and sort of sandy colours. These are lovely, and I've not seen these brush pens before.
They sold out, so they sold out 3 times sort of between birthday and Christmas. And people love them because they're a completely new concept to us. It means that we took all the hard work out of mixing different colours together with these pens, so they're amazing. Now, we do a tricolour aqua, and these are our tricolour alcohol. Now, the reason you'll find the difference, the burgundy barrel is one. So if we look down on the counter here, we can see the difference straight away with the 2 different colours. So these are our tri-blend pens, and they look exactly the same as what the tricolour do. So apart from this one is a brush. Right. So we've got the brush straight away onto there, but also we've still got that 3 colours, but we've got different colours. So this one we've got a green, we've sort of got a paler sort of blue, more of a teal, and then we've got a darker blue as well. Okay. So we've made sure that these 3 colours will blend into each other. So it's not the same as having 3 different greens of the same colour. It's 3 different types of greens and blues that mix together. So we've took that work out for you. So if I pop them to the side, just bring this in. Now, I've just grabbed a stamp from our Academy of Colour. You'll find that on the website. And all I'm going to do now, I'm just going to talk you quickly through our ink pad. And in fact, let me bring, oh, I don't think I've got one to hand. I'll just bring a different colour because I know there's a different colour one on the show, which I believe is Pebble. We've got lots of different ink pads on the show, and I want to try, because it's a craft vault, I want to try and show you why we do so many different products. And we do have a lot on the show, but they're all very different. And you can, what I love about the craft vault as well, Becky, is you can buy individually. It's the first time we've done one like this for a long time where we haven't put bundles together. So I'm not saying to you, you need to buy these 2 at these colours. You can go on the website and you'll find these on there, and they're an offer price.
Right, okay.
So if you need a Noir Black alcohol proof pen, you've got the pen that's already on there. So they're pretty much foolproof, which I think are amazing. So I know that any time that I'm colouring with an alcohol pen, any of our alcohol pens, our illustrators, our classics, this one is the one that I'm going to use. Okay. If I'm colouring with anything that's watercoloured, I would would use the one that says waterproof dye. Okay, so that's the difference that you'll need. We've got a Pebble one in stock, which is amazing colour. It's a great one to have. And we've got the Noir Black, which I'm using on here. So I'm just going to tap that ink onto my stamp, just making sure it's completely covered, and then I'm just using my rocker blocks just to pop that stamp down. It's not a full demo, just want to show you what the pens do and their capabilities more than anything else. So that's the lay down of colour. I'm going to take two of my pens here, which are two of the colours out of that pack, which is Escape to the Sea. Now, with these ones, I'm going to grab a piece of card out, pop that onto there. You always want to colour down onto something, especially with alcohol pens, because what they're going to do is they're going to seep through your cardstock into the back. If it bounces back off your mat, it's likely to come out of your line. So always colour onto something. So let's start with that tree. So we're going to, in fact, let's start with this one. So I'm going to use my mint blue, and I'm just going to take parts of my tree. So first of all, let's just colour into here. Now this is colours that you might use, but I just want to show you those differences in these colours. Now I'm just going to blend again those two colours. So we're going from a blue into a green, and then I'm going to go into a jade. But look how effortlessly they blend together.
So with the colours that you've got in there, do the colour numbers correspond with the Spectrum Noir numbers?
No.
Right, totally different.
Yes, so they are all the same colours, but they're just, these ones are named.
Right.
So it's best to keep them as an individual element.
Okay.
So just putting that blue then back in there. So can you see we've now gone from that blue into that green completely effortlessly. So we'll do that again. So I'm just going to go in, take that colour, and then we're just going to keep going like you would with any other art pens. You just blend the edge of that colour into the next, and then the next one again is that greener colour, that sort of more jade colour at the top. But you get just the most amazing ombre effect. So let's start with these ones, just going round. We'll just colour a little bit.
And you've used
more
your
in.
normal Neenah cardstock for that?
I am, yes, Neenah cardstock, yes. We've got some amazing pads on the show as well. So if you do need cardstock to colour onto, yeah, definitely use that. But if not, Neenah cardstock's amazing. And then our last colour there, let's just pop that green in. But it's so subtle and it's so pretty. And you've got that mindful crafting again. You've got that beautiful lay down of colour. And it's very, very relaxing. Yeah, I absolutely love these pens. And you have as well out there. Everyone has absolutely loved them. They are beautiful.
The problem is they're all so good. And I keep thinking, I've got some of the black tri-blends, but then I come on do a show and I think, oh, maybe I need those, maybe I need Classiques, maybe I need the new pencils. And before I know it, I've got bundles of stuff at home and very little time to try it all out.
I know, it's hard, isn't it? It's hard to fit it in.
But it's so that when you watch when somebody using them and you think, oh yeah, I'd like to have a go at that. And I think you're right, that it's a really mindful, really pleasant thing to do. I bought one of those little colouring book things for when I was travelling. But when it's really busy on the train, you look a little bit weird getting out your pens. You know, everyone else is there eating their McDonald's and I'm there like doing a little bit of colouring.
Oh, I do it all the time.
Do you?
Whenever I used to travel, especially when I used to go over to Germany for QVC, I always took my colour in. Always. Oh, using a darker colour. I want to go to the other bits of colour. Yeah, I always took my pens, used to sit in colour. Used to especially get all the little kiddies, used to just sit and watch me. Yeah, used to just stare and look up and then your kiddies looking across or sitting down next to me watching me colour.
Hoping that you're going to hand over one of your precious pens.
I think that's what they were probably hoping for. Yeah, that was never going to happen, was it?
You stick with your crayons.
Yeah. I should have just pulled out a card and say, head to this website, get your mum to buy them. Right, so we're just doing a bit of the tree there. So that's basically how the pens work. So it is just a case of using those colours, getting that ombre effect, and they look absolutely amazing. Now you're getting a pack of 3 of those, Becky, which is incredible, and you're getting those 3 different colours in there. So, and for that price, even if you just want to dabble in them and see and try them, they're amazing to use. So definitely grab those. I think lots of things are going to be added to baskets tonight, especially on the half-price deals.
Lovely. I think they look really beautiful. So these are your tricolour brush markers. You've got 3 different pens in there, but obviously half price, £3.99 or $5.98 is your platinum price. That is a really amazing deal. Loads of people are messaging in to say hello. Let's have a look. We've got Lynn Blackridge, hi from sunny Isle of Wight. LQM. Don't know what your real name is, LQM. Good morning from San Jose. Carolyn says, hi everyone from a cloudy, rainy and cold North Carolina. Oh, it's not often that we have better weather than anyone else. I always think that we're in like this pocket. It's always rain and darky. Rain and darky?
Where are you?
In a cupboard. Creative Touchy says, hello everyone. Silver Fox from sunny Shadydale, Georgia. Mary Reno says hello. Philip Watson, Zoe Carver, Matty Taylor, good morning everyone from California. Alison says hello everyone, happy Easter weekend. Paul Prince ×4 says hi from a very wet South Carolina. Charlotte says good evening all my crafty lovelies from me and Gracie here in Herne Bay. Mary Reno says, I love the mini die collection. They are amazing, those little dies. There's so many different types of things you could do with those. And she also says those tricolours are so pretty. I love the brush on them. I think I'd really like that movement of the brush, you know, because you can get sort of nice sort of flicks with the brush, can't you? Zoe Carver says, slowly getting the tricolours each time they're on offer. They're very nice. It's a good way of doing it, actually, because they are a considered investment, especially if you're going to be buying, as you know, we all end up doing every single thing. So if you can grab each one while they're on special offer, it's a good way of doing it. Mary Pat says, good morning, everyone from sunny Montana. Gareth says, hello, everyone from the gym. You're watching us in the gym?
I love that.
Now, I want to know what you're working out to. What is the sport or activity that watching Crafters TV is? Are you on the treadmill? Are you doing a spinning class? Or are you doing some weights? Want to know, have to let us know. Alicia Gordon says, good afternoon and greetings from Arkansas. Happy Easter and Good Friday in the US. Jenny says, hello from Brooklyn. Barbara says, hello everyone from Indiana. And Deborah says, hello everyone from North Carolina. It's rainy and cold today. From here in the north of England, it's gorgeous and sunny. Oh, I don't know what it's quite like now, because you know we've been inside for quite a few hours.
It's still nice though. It still should be light when we go out, just about light, isn't it?
Little cocktail in the garden before we go to bed.
It might be a bit chilly.
It might be.
Cocktail sounds good though.
Yeah. Not that we've got any cocktails to drink. It'll be squash or water. Not much of a cocktail. So keep your messages coming in. Let us know what you're going to be doing over the Easter weekend. It's always nice to hear. You're going to be here tomorrow, aren't you?
I'll be here all weekend.
All weekend. So you'll be eating chocolate in the green room.
Yes.
That's what you're going to be doing.
Morning, noon and night.
The next thing we're going to have a look at are your acrylic paint markers here. These are really beautiful. They are such a vivid colour collection. All those primary colours, yellow, green, red and blue. To see what they look like, here is the card. And you can see they are, it looks a bit like the Microsoft advert.
It does,
Microsoft logo, that particular one. But they're really vivid colours. These are £3.99, $5.49. Platinum price is £3.19 or $4.39. And do these work on glass and tile, ceramics and things like that?
So many things. Stone, wood, panels, tiles, yeah, all sorts of things. Your canvas, you can watercolour with these as well. So
how do you watercolour?
Put them onto your glass mat. So literally you just
as if they were an acrylic paint?
Yeah, you just push the nib down and it leaks out the bottom of the pen. So, and then just add water, add your new sparkle pens, you can add sparkle to them.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're absolutely amazing. If you colour onto anything, Becky, that's ceramic, put it in the oven at a really low low heat for an hour, and it sets it so they're washable. Not dishwasher proof, but they are washable.
Oh, fantastic. That is really great. I like that idea. You know, lots of people were doing those stones, weren't they, decorating them. So that would work with using
Absolutely, yeah. And I'd forgotten all about these. We were doing them last week, and I'm going to take mine to my granddaughters on Monday, and I'm going to use these as well because I think they'll love doing some pens.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a lovely idea. This next one is your glitter pens. So these are your neon lights, really, really vivid colours. I've got these, and they're great because actually, whilst they're really vivid, you could put them on other things that are much darker, and it just sort of elevates them. So these are the pens that have got a bit of glitter inside them, and you just you just press them down like you would do the other pens to sort of charge them effectively.
Absolutely, and just give them a shake just to make sure that all that glitter is mixed up. But they are amazing pens, and the fine lay down of glitter is amazing.
That's lovely. So that is £5.99, $8.99. Again, these are half price. Most of the things we're going to be showing you today are half price. There's only a couple of things that they're still 30% off, but you know, so they're still a really good deal. The next one is the glitter markers. So these are glitter markers, these ones here. So these are your metallic glitter markers here. They are absolutely beautiful, really, really beautiful colours. Now I'll show you here on a piece of black paper. You can see how gorgeous those colours are.
They're not glitter, Becky, but they are metallic, which are incredible markers.
So, and you could put some glitter markers over the top of them if you wanted that kind of real sort of pretty, really sort of deep colours. But obviously they come to their own when you start putting them on black. Again, half price, £5.99, $9.99. They are a really good price again. Then we've got some colour blend pencils here. These again half price, £12.49 or $17.47. Platinum price is £9.99 or $13.98. Now, when you use these, do you have to use a particular type of paper or card for this?
No, they work on so many different things. So 3 of them, the pens themselves, so your acrylic markers, your sparkle and your metallics, will all work on lots of different surfaces like ceramics. So if you want to make your own cup, you might want to do a Father's Day mug for your dad. You can use all of these to paint a ceramic up or a plate, or you might even want to put some of the paint down on your mat and get your kids to tap their hands in it. They're water-based, so there's nothing harmful in them. Obviously, do a patch test, but they're actually not harmful because they're just acrylic paints. They can then stamp their hands onto a card, so if you want to do a card or a cup or a plate or anything like that, they're all amazing, which means that they can go onto darker surfaces. So what I want to show you is, even though we know some of these things would go on darker surfaces, you don't always think that you can use them. The other thing that works on darker surfaces are our colour blend pencils, which is, and a lot of people don't use them on a dark surface because they think, well, they're not going to work on a dark surface. They're pencils. Now, everyday pencils, and I mean pencils that you buy in the supermarket, the kids use, they have so many binders inside that they're quite scratchy, and they're only going to work on light coloured cardstock. With our pencils, these are artist quality pure wax pencils, so there's no binders in these to make them. So I have these 4 different selection here, and all of these will work on black card, which is amazing. And the colour blend pencils, I think, are a real wow when you think you can colour onto them. So what I have done, I've got myself, if I can find what I've done with it, I've put it somewhere safe. Did have it. We've got some black cardstock. So this is the pad for our black cardstock. I can't believe I've lost, oh, there it is, I've just found it. So we've got that pad, which is amazing. So what's brilliant about our pads, they are black in the core as well. So it doesn't matter if you sand the sides down, they're black through and through. They're actually really good. Hello, Becky. They are really good quality pads. So what I would say, grab yourself one of those pads because they are exceptional. Now what I've done is took a piece out of there and I've just run it through one of our embossing folders. One from one of Sarah's. So if I just sort of move that, you can't really see a lot to that, but it's got roses in there.
Yep.
So you've got that roses embossed detail. So I thought this would be really good to show you how everything works together. So of course we know that, let's start with the ones that we know that are definitely going to work. So let's start off with our metallic markers, because these have been specifically made that you can use these not only on your ceramics and your tiles and your paper crafting, you can use this on black card. So you've got two different nibs on this one. You've got your small bullet point and your larger bullet point. So these are great for colouring. This one here is a slight sort of brush effect, and then you've got this one which is more of a bullet nib.
Okay, yeah.
So when you're colouring in, you just choose which one you want to use. Just for a quicker lay down, I'm going to use my brush nib, and all I'm going to do is take it, so you'll be able to see this once I've just popped this on. So just into here, and I'm just going to go round all that embossed detail. Now I love colouring in embossed detail because it actually guides you where you need to put that lay down, because that embossed detail is risen. So it literally is a case of just popping it down. Just coming in. Don't worry, I will wiggle it afterwards so
That
you'll be
does
able
look
to sort of
lovely.
see.
Those colours, I mean, those are the colours that I want eyeliners in, I have to be honest. All of those metallic sort of purples and things, I think they're beautiful. And it really does look so effective on that black, doesn't it?
Is Johnny doing the camera work?
Johnny is doing the camera, he's producing
Where
and
is
directing at
Charlotte
the same
gone?
time.
Ah, she's gone.
So yeah, Johnny's doing a little bit of everything at the moment, as well as you know, producing.
My pen is starting to run out. I'm going to
He's doing a
switch
bit of
colour.
colouring, get a bit of prep for the next show. Eating Easter eggs. I think you've eaten all the Easter eggs, haven't you?
That's better. That one was starting to run out. It's obviously been used. So even though I'm going to a different colour, I'm just going to go over
But that looks
so
quite
it
nice
looks the
anyway. And you can sort of merge those colours. You can mix them together.
You can mix them, absolutely. You can blend them together. You can even stamp with these pens. They are really amazing. And all I'm doing here is just following that embossed detail, and it just looks beautiful. It is one of my favourite things to do, colouring in with normally alcohol pens.
Yeah.
But because I had this one done in a black, I thought it would look really nice in that black cardstock. So we're just following that round all the way to there. And this is just one flower in one of these packs of pens that we've got, so which is incredible. But I want to show you how you can do all this with all these different products, including your pencils as well. So let's just come round there, follow that line in, literally just colouring those all the way.
That
Right.
looks so pretty.
And then we've missed one here. You need to be light-fingered apparently on the camera.
Do you know, I'd love to have a go at...
You should.
Yeah. I'd like to have a go, actually.
Oh, and there is another one there. It's hard to see because it's black card. I'm having to turn it to the lights so you can see what we've got. Right, so that's one there. So that's using our metallic pens. So you can see you've got all our beautiful
Lovely.
pens there in there. Then I'm going to switch out. Let's use our, in fact, let's use the acrylic. The acrylics are brilliant because they are an acrylic paint marker. They've got a gauge on them as well, so you know when you're going to run out, which is really
that's
good.
clever.
Really clever, yeah. You've got a ball bearing in there, so just give that a shake to mix it up. Now, all you would do, if you want to paint with these, just push that down. So you push down and you start to get paint onto your mat, just like that. Can you see? So you get quite a lot of paint there. You can mix that with water. So in fact, let me just bring in a sparkle brush. These are also, I'm going off piece now, but let me just bring in.
You're just having a go with everything. But then
Yeah,
why not?
absolutely,
Why not?
absolutely. So the sparkle brush, if I bring in my sparkle brush, I can then use that to sort of paint with, so we can just use that to put that acrylic paint. I know you wouldn't have red grass, but it was because it was a red one. It's just popping that on there. And that's just mixing that with the sparkle brush. Now you think all those pens, now you've made into acrylic sparkle paints.
Wow.
I mean, that's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then to just clean that, just literally rub it onto something until your paint comes off it, and then your nib will be clean again.
Really?
And it's clear sparkle.
Well, I would have thought once you've chosen one colour, especially with acrylic, that was it. But that's not the case.
No, not at all.
Brilliant.
No, you just literally, until it goes clear again. So I'm just going to tidy that up so that's out the way. But these will then go on to your black cardstock. So look at this. This is beautiful. So I'm just following that round, and then we can do exactly the same. I mean, obviously you've got a bit more paint flow in these, so just as you're doing it, just be careful that not too much is coming out. You just want to tickle the surface of your card. You don't want to be pushing down on it. You just want to do that line, where that line's coming round. Follow that line. And because it's embossed, it's really easy to keep in with those lines. And such a nice way to be creative. And I just know that if you haven't gone for these pens yet, please grab these ones and start doing embossed detail like this, because it's beautiful. So just popping those lines in. But look how vivid that is on white cardstock.
That is beautiful. It looks really good.
And they're all just as vivid as this colour. They're all just beautiful lay down of colour. You get the same lay down as you would if you were painting a stone. You'd still get that same vibrant colour. It doesn't get diluted just because I'm colouring onto black cardstock, because they're opaque. So when things are opaque, it means they're layerable. It also means that I can come in with another pen once this is dry and go directly over the top, and it will overlay that colour, which I think is a really plus point about them as well.
Does it take a longer time for them to dry?
No, this is nearly, I can see it dry now, it's nearly dry. I mean, I'm putting a little bit of paint on myself there, but it really doesn't. I would say about 5 minutes it will be a completely touch dry. So let's just do this flower here. And then I'm going to do the pencils, because I do want to wow you, because they're the things that you don't really think about putting onto black cardstock.
No, it wouldn't have occurred to me that you could at all.
The difference with the pencils is that you don't get the same vibrancy as you would if you were putting them down into your normal white cardstock, but you still get such a good colour lay down. And I'm going to use quite a light colour as well, so you can see even by using a light colour, it still looks beautiful. So I've just got one little bit up there. And that's our other flower done.
Brilliant.
So, and then let's go to our pencils. What one haven't we done? We haven't done the sparkle either, have we? The glitter markers. So let's just take, I'm going to actually take a yellow, which you definitely wouldn't think would lay down any sort of colour. But let's use this to go round. So again, it's just following that line round. And then you can see, and I don't know why, but they blend beautifully over black cardstock. So you can see that vibrancy there. Still, even though it's only a yellow, we're still getting that lay down of colour. And if we wanted to, I mean, I'm just doing one colour lay down. You can blend these colours, and they will look amazing. So it's just following that lines. And I'm not doing anything that nobody else can do. Everybody that has an embossing folder can colour in, because I've not actually stamped anything. All I'm doing is literally following the lines. So everybody, this is achievable for everybody at whatever level you're at. If you have never picked up a pencil before and you want to use your pencils, I'm going to show you how to use these over our alcohol markers later. But if you've never picked up a pencil before and you just want to learn how to colour or learn how to use your pencils, just grab yourself an embossing folder, emboss onto black cardstock, or I mean, I'm doing it onto black because I wanted to give you that wow demo of how it looks on black cardstock. But actually you can colour onto normal and you get such vibrancy. I will show you the colour of this pencil in a second onto white cardstock, so you can see like the difference. But the nice thing is you're still seeing how it looks beautiful on the black cardstock.
We rarely see projects being done with pencils, do we? I mean, I think, you know, from my point of view, when I've been here, most things have involved pens. I rarely see anyone use a pencil.
I think
do you
they're
use
so
them much
underused.
at home? Or
I'd love to. So the other thing is to understand about pencils, they're not a quick colouring. Not at all. And I never tell people otherwise. If you want something quite instantly, I would say go for any of our other pens, especially alcohol pens, because you get that quick lay down of colour. But pencils are not that quick colouring. They are if you're doing it like this, Becky, saying that. I mean, colouring just straight onto your dark cardstock, because they're very forgiving as well, pencils. You can just use a rubber on your normal cardstock to rub out anything that you don't want to be seen. So they're just a really nice lay down, and because I'm not blending them with anything else, I can go in at a fairly firm sort of colouring, where normally we tell you to start off with a light lay down of colour, and then go on to do your sort of other colouring on top. So just doing that last bit there. I think we've got one more bit, like so. But look at that. I mean, that is amazing that you're getting a pencil onto your black cardstock. And then if I just bring in, let's bring in that white piece of card again, and then just to show you that that is just a light yellow one. So the vibrancy that you get on there and still getting that lay down of colour onto your rose is amazing. Now, the other thing I want to show you is our last one, and that is our sparkle. So I love these ones. So let's take that sort of light green and go in with our leaves. Again, they've got a ball bearing in them, so give them a shake to wake up all that glitter in them. And then I'm just going to go down. So I'm going to look here for our leaves, and let's go on here. See, that's dry now on top of the...
didn't take long at all, did it?
Doesn't take long, no, it doesn't take long at all. And then all I'm going to do is lay down that sparkle colour. This is beautiful. And because it's again on black cardstock, so I'm just going into all those sort of leaves underneath our rose. It's just beautiful. And just nice that it shows you. I mean, I'm not expecting you to use all these different pens on one piece of cardstock, but this is to really, it really does show you how much you can use, and where that lay down of colour goes, because it truly is beautiful. So just coming down.
I'm so impressed with how effective all those different types of things are on that one piece of paper.
On one piece of card. Absolutely, and you wait to show you, I mean, you could probably see it on here, but when I hold that up and you see that sheer sparkle in these is stunning, absolutely stunning. I love shows like this, Becky, because it makes me think, why haven't I got my pens out before now? Because they are so easy to use. We just don't always get that opportunity to grab them. And I just think they are so underused, items like this. Because these aren't, even though there are core Spectrum Noir, they are ones that we don't use all the time. So we tend to sort of use our tri-blends, we tend to use our aqua pens, but when it comes to pencils and the glitter markers, they're sort of add-ons that we would sort of add on, but they're not ones that we use all the time, and it's such a shame, because they are stunning to use.
I think, like you say, you end up using the same thing over and over again, don't you? Because you become very, very comfortable. I mean, I think crafting generally, it's a big undertaking to decide you're going to try something new. And you think, well, I'm really good at colouring with my tri-blends, and doing it on white and having a black matte layer, and that's sort of what you stick with. But it's really good to have a show like this where it sort of makes everyone think, oh, actually, I think I've got that. I'll try that. And you sort of step out of your comfort zone and try something new. I think it's lovely.
Or it could just be something that you haven't tried and that you want to try, and then for these deals to get them half price is incredible. So I'm just looking to see where those other thorns are, and then we'll
Carolyn Hayes says, can you use clear sparkle pens over the pencils?
Clear sparkle pens over pencils? No. So once you've laid down your wax pencils, so I'm going to stop there, but look at that, 4 different mediums on one piece of card is incredible, isn't it? your pencils are wax, so anything over there is just like if you're hitting water on the top of something, it's just going to bounce off. Because your colour blend pencils aren't water-based, they're wax and they're pigmented, which means that they're not going to accept anything put over the top of them. Your sparkle pen will look like it will go over the top, but all it will do is rub off once it's dry. It wouldn't stick to anywhere because there's nothing for it to stick to because you've got your pencils. But yeah, absolutely love that. If I turn it round to the light, Charlotte might be able to pick up then the actual designs. But to be able to use 4 of our different pens on black cardstock and pencils included on there, look at that. I mean, I just love that, and I love the fact that they all offer that versatility of normal. You think 1, 2, 3 of those will be able to go onto ceramics and tiles and materials, and the other one is a pencil. I mean, that's amazing, and it shows the quality of our products.
Oh, I love it. Beautiful, absolutely stunning. I've got lots of people loving the card, but I've also got people coming in and saying about the markers. Sean says, the colours of the paint markers match your dress, Becky. I thought exactly that when I was holding them. Pammy says, I love the markers. I use them to label the dies on my magnetic sheets.
Ah, I love that.
That's a clever idea.
Very clever.
Tim C says, I've colour blend wax pencils and I just started with the watercolour pencils. I love them. He says, I love using the wax pencils on craft card and black cards. It gives them a more pastel and muted colour. That's a nice idea to try them with craft card. And I'm quite keen on using craft card more. I think I like the look of craft card. Adriana says, I'm loving the technique. Mary Reno says, that's gorgeous, Debbie. Dita says, the paint markers are great for a lot of crafting. We use them for painting rocks, but you must seal them afterwards. What do you seal them with? Let us know what you seal them with. So that might be quite good if people have got children around over the Easter holidays, a nice activity for them to do. Even making them just look, sometimes you do them look like a bit of a mandala, don't you?
Absolutely.
But I also think they look quite nice as animals in the garden. So you have like a ladybird or a frog or something like that.
Absolutely, and if you need any inspiration, we have done that before. So Ben has still got his ladybird. So when we launched them, yes, I think it was last year, yeah, he did a ladybird on air, which are amazing, and they're great. If you could put your stones in the oven as well on a low heat, and you can set them that way. So they won't last forever, but you can put Mod Podge and things like that over the top, or a lacquer. I think we've even got some clear glue glaze on the website. We used to anyway, that you could just paint over the top. So yes, Johnny's just reminded me of the spowl that I made that was Create and Craft, when we were on Create and Craft. So
a spowl? A
spowl, yes.
What's
so
a spowl?
I had a wood slice.
Yeah.
And I decided on air that I was going to do this design, and it started off looking like Yoda. And then it sort of it was supposed to be an owl. And in my head, and I knew it was going to eventually look like an owl, but the more I did parts of it, looked awful. It was the worst demo I think I've ever done on live TV. And then I put these lines down the side, and by then Nigel May was on with me. He was just cracking up so much I couldn't finish it. It looked like the spider with an owl's head, so it was, someone called it a spowl. And he's kept it. Nigel has still got it. Yeah, he's still got it. Yeah, he often sends me a picture with it, and he's got it on his eye.
I'm going to have to try and watch that back.
It was very funny. And it was like they played it to me afterwards and I couldn't stop laughing, so I was laughing. The more I laughed, I then laughed at my laugh, and it just goes on.
I think everyone laughs at your laugh.
It was very funny.
Well, that's brilliant. So, yeah, absolutely. So you think maybe popping them in the oven might be a way of sealing them?
Yes, absolutely.
Annie says, I didn't realise these pencils would work on black paper. Neither did I. And I don't think that's something that we all know. Yeah, Polly Bragg says, beautiful. Pammy says, would look beautiful as a topper for a fancy gift box. Loving the black cardinal, the colouring from Lindsay. Annie says, can you show us the metallic pencils and do a blending solution with them? Have we got those?
We haven't got them. I haven't got them with me. I'm not even sure if we've got any left on the website. And the blending solution, you can use blending solution. So Johnny's asking if you would use them. Yes, you can use blending solution, but actually, I don't think you need it with the metallic pencils. I think just using them on their own to blend together.
Because they're wax.
Well, I mean, our wax pencils you can use with blending solution as well. So it does make a smoother appearance. But actually, the metallic ones blend. I don't know what it is about the metallic ones, but they're much softer than what our colour blend pencils are.
Okay.
So they layer together very well. But go on our website or go on YouTube and type in metallic pencils, and there'll be lots of different tutorials for you to see on there. So, but we don't have them in the studio at the moment, so sorry about that.
Right, brilliant. I'm learning so much today. So yeah, do let us know if you've got any questions. Let us know what you're getting up to as well over this Easter break. We do have some other deals for you. This is the carry bag that we showed you earlier on. This is ideal for storing your pens inside. You've got loads of space in there, which you just can't see because it's black. But if I can't even put anything in there. If I put this in here, you can probably see a little bit better. Look, you can see the space you've got in here. Big enough for 6 bottles of Prosecco, as far as I'm concerned, or quite a lot of pens. So your Spectrum Noir pen trays will fit in here perfectly. Plus you've also got these little pockets down here for all of your bits and pieces. So you've got loads of different space here, and you've got a nice bag as well. So this is a really great, and it's sturdy, it's padded, it's going to be comfortable to carry, and it's going to keep everything nice and secure. You're investing money in your pens, you want to make sure that you're going to be able to keep them nice and secure. And so the price for this, again, everything is, not everything, but most things are half price today. £24.99 or $29.99. Platinum price is £19.99 or $23.99. Do take advantage of all of the deals we've got today. Remember to use the code FOUNDIT10 in order to get your 10% off, and you're going to get triple points on everything this weekend as well. So we'll give you the opportunity to check out your basket, but see you in a couple of moments.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Well, that was really funny, Ben. You did.
It was better than your I'm a no and I live in a caravan.
I'm a gnome and I live in a caravan.
Can we clip that? We'll do it. Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
Our craft experts come from all over the UK to HQ up in the northeast, and here they are telling you a little bit about where they're from and what it's famous for.
So I'm from a beautiful town called Carnoustie. So many people may recognise the town as a golfing town, famous golfing town. We get lots of big golfing events. I can't say that I'm a golfer myself, but we do get a lot of the celebs, golfers, musicians, actors, all of these turning up at the town. For those that aren't into golfing, what I would tend to say is it's sandwiched in between Arbroath and Dundee, so we are quite far up. I love my town. I love where I am now. However, I will say one of the main things that I miss about my hometown, apart from my family and friends, of course, have to say that, otherwise they're going to watch this and be like, where's our mention? It is, of course, the beach. We're right on the River Tay. We've got the gorgeous beach, the sand and the sea. It's absolutely beautiful. It's the one thing that I always make a beeline for as soon as I arrive back home for a little visit.
I was brought up in Colnbrick, which is a little village near Slough, so it's not very exciting, but we do have the third oldest pub in the whole of the UK there, and it's where the Cox's Pippin apple was first invented or first discovered. But I moved to Chiswick in West London about 25 years ago, and I've lived there ever since, and I love it. It's full of, I wouldn't necessarily say celebrities, but TV stars, so it's quite good for celebrity spotting when you're having a cocktail on the high road.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get your hands on the latest crafty must-haves. Leave the hard work to us while you shop from the comfort of your own living room. Head to the Crafters Companion website to see our full crafty range, or hit the Shop the Day button to see all the new and exciting products featuring on Crafters TV. Once you've filled your cart, leave it to us to get your crafty goodies to you in super quick time, so you can get on with being creative. Crafters Companion, making crafty shopping a breeze.
We get to know people from places and walks of life that we wouldn't come across in our everyday life if it wasn't for Crafters TV and doing what we do.
I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in. You know, we see the same people. We know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made.
We talk about customers, but really they go in as a customer, come out as a friend. The support that I get is amazing. The messages I get are amazing.
Me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers at Crafters TV. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise. Other people have got a completely different health issues. They understand and they relate to what I'm going through, what others are going through. So whether we interact on a crafting basis or whether we interact on a health basis, a personal basis, we're all there to support one another. It is incredible.
The reaction of viewers when they come to meet us is worth all of the early mornings when we have to get up for our early morning shows.
Some of the customers come on as craft ambassadors and things like that, craft along with us, and being able to actually chat with them on air. I love it. I really love that connection with them.
We've had lots of shows where we've done like craft alongs, especially where we've had viewers craft along with us. We had a particular viewer, Joy, who joined us once before, and she literally made me cry on air, and Joe, because the things she said about us, it really was quite humbling that there are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family.
Hello everybody, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed watching those lot of videos. I always like watching those videos, but I do look at myself and think, what was I doing with my hair? I'm not going back to that. I prefer this. We've got amazing deals on some ink pads as well. So I'm going to go straight over to Debbie because she's going to show us, will tell us the difference between the various ink pads we've got on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I'm just going to recap on what I said earlier because we've got them on the show. So the first one is our alcohol marker one. So it's the alcohol-proof dye. We've got it in the Noir Black. It's probably the most popular one that everybody uses. The black one is the one that you can't go wrong with. It is a pure black. It's a great colour to use. It's the great one that you're going to use with all your alcohol markers, and but you don't want to use it with anything water-based, okay? So anything from your classics, your tri-blends, your Illustrator, can all be used with your finesse one. So that's a great price. Half price offer again. I mean, Becky, these prices are insane. The next one is our not Flagstone. You're getting Pebble. I don't have a Pebble one to hand, but you're getting a Pebble one, exactly the same. Pebble's the one, and the Flagstone, funny enough, that I use the more often. So they're great ones to use. And again, it says waterproof dye. You've got your paintbrush. So anything like your aqua markers, your tricolour aquas, your aquacolor pencils, anything like that, is you want the one that says waterproof. And I love that we've done that. We've done it in layman's terms that you know exactly what you're getting with each one you have. Now, the next one we have were the first lot of inks that we got come out. Now, this is a great colour. I know most people think, well, it's a grey, but actually this colour is perfect with all your other colours because it's an undertone colour. Right. So it's a great one to have. You can still stamp with these, but it's a great one to blend with. So if you're blending and you just want slightly darker edges, maybe you've got a bright pink, but you want to make it that little bit more deeper at the side, go in with this colour and it's amazing. So that's a great one to have. You just use that to blend with. It's water reactive, so you can do all your watercolour techniques with it as as well. You can paint with it. You can add splashes of water to it and it'll act as faux bleaching. Great one to have. You can also use this one with your colour as well. So literally put some on your mat. You literally can take your paintbrush, so doesn't want to come off that top, and literally you can start painting with that colour as well.
Okay.
So I keep using all my scrap colours here, but literally look at that. I mean, that's a beautiful grey, that one. Really lovely. So just do that again. Just make sure your brush is clean before you pop your lid back on, and then that's ready to go again. So that's a nice one to have. Now, the other ones I want to get to, the first one is the Bordeaux. This is the darkest red of our collection, and it says, again, it says quick drying dye. Now, this one is perfect if you are layering.
Right.
It's also perfect. You were saying, Becky, about having rotating stamps.
Yep.
This is great for that because you can rotate. You're not going to get that stickiness anywhere else. And it really does work exceptionally well. So if you were just to go, again, I just grabbed this from my Academia colour. Just going to tap onto the surface of there. Going to bring in my a piece of card. Doesn't matter what you stamp onto. I'm literally going to rock from heel to toe, and as soon as I take that off, I'm just going to wipe it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how quick it is. It's literally like that. It's seconds and it's dry. So that is ready to go with whatever you want. Now, you can watercolour in. So if I take my pen, that's a really tough lid. If I was to colour over that, there's not a lot of movement, but there's a bit. Can you see? I'm going to just colour that in.
Very slightly.
It's a little bit because it's not waterproof. So if you wanted to get just some sort of movement in that, you could use your pen and watercolour very slightly with it because it isn't a water-soluble ink. It's a quick drying, but you can get a little bit of a colour. If you was to use your alcohol pen, so let me just find an alcohol pen. Let me use the lightest colour. You can actually, if I go even round the top there, in fact I'll colour over that bit so you can see, it doesn't really distort that at all. So actually your quick drying inks are quite good to use with your alcohol marker.
Oh, okay.
So really what your quick drying are for is for your quick stamping, but also I'd recommend that you could use them with your alcohol colours as well. So that's what that one's for. Now we're going into amazing territory because these are my favourite. I make no bones about it. I love these ones. Parakeet is one of my absolute favourites. I think it's an amazing one to use. It is a beautiful ink pad. It is layerable, which means that you can blend with lots of colours. You can lay them on top of each other. I'm just plugging my heat tool in so we can do a little bit of a technique with them, but it's and what you'll find with this one, so unlike, let me bring in that one back again. You've got two different ink pads on here because this one is much more sort of softer. It's got a real bouncy, quite foamy top to it because it has that most amount of pigment ink that you can pack into an ink pad. This one is a bit more denser.
Oh
so
yeah,
when you're
they are.
applying it,
They're very
totally
different look to them, yeah.
Yeah, very different. And this one is even different. This one's a felt. Can't really see because but that's got a felt base to it as well. So they're all very different and they all have a purpose. Now your pigment ink pad is great for blending, but also what it's great for, so I'm going to take this one, just take a piece of card. It's great if you've got things, it's great for blending. So if I wanted to blend into my edges, look at the lay down of that colour. I mean, that is incredible. That will take a little bit of time to dry, but you can just use that as your blending technique. So it's really good, and you can also mix it with water. So that blue that I've got on there, if I take my sparkle pen, and I'm using my sparkle pen all the time because we've even got these on half price, and it means you can start to paint with these as well. So let me just lay down a bit of my sparkle overlay just on there. We can literally start to paint sparkle with that, which is incredible, and I just love that you can use them with so many different things. But what we are going to do is we're going to do some heat embossing because it's a slow drying pigment. It means that I can pop all my pigment down onto here. I'm putting quite a lot down. And then we're just going to heat emboss this butterfly. So just making sure we've got plenty down there, like so. And then what I'm going to do is grab myself another piece of card and a pair of tweezers if I can find them. Yep. Because what I want to do is some heat embossing, and I'm just going to do this because with clear embossing powder. So let's pop that out. Let me grab a scrap piece of card, pop that onto there. Then we're going to cover that. In fact, I could probably dip that in, which would probably be a bit better. Then we wouldn't get embossing everywhere. So let me just make sure that's fully covered, like so. Actually, I'm not doing that very well because my tweezers that I've got are not the thin ones.
Not tweezering.
Not tweezering. And then all we're going to do is using our heat tool. So I've got our Crafter's Companion one, but you can use any heat tool. And I'm also going to use a pokey tool to keep this in place. So all I'm going to do is pop that into one little piece, and then that will stop it from blowing about. Now I want to be quite quick with this because this is what we call a single lay down of ink and embossing. And this is going to give you a beautiful topper. But what I like to do is create what they call a triple emboss technique. So what I'm doing is making sure that is all heated up, and then I'm going to turn that away and just pop some down. Didn't mean it to come away there. Turn that off. So that might not catch just on that end because that dries quite quickly. So I'm just going to take that away. Let me lift that one up like so. There we go, and actually it'd be quicker to just grab myself another piece of card. So let's grab that from there. And that way I haven't got to worry too much. Pop this one back. And what I love about this technique, Becky, is you really do get that amazing enamelled effect. So this will be our second time of heating. So we're just going to add that on. Again, hold that down and then heat that on top. Now the reason we call it a triple emboss, because putting a fourth layer on would be too much, because it would then start to pour out of the sides. And you don't want that to happen. You want to get it so it looks like this amazing enamelled look. So again, let's switch over to my other piece of card.
It always seems quite magical once you put the heat on it and it all starts to change, doesn't it?
It's so amazing, isn't it? And I love that you can do these techniques with this. And then let's take this one. So this is our last one.
Do you find that the clear embossing powder is what you use rather than any of the colours?
I never did. I had loads of embossing powders, all different colours, and then we brought out our pigment ink pads, and then I realised that I don't need all these embossing powders. All I need is all my different colours and a clear one. So, but when I show you this, honestly, it's like glass. It's so amazing. So I'm just going to let that dry a bit because we've put triple amount on there. But when I bring this up, it's really incredible. So just be careful because it won't take long, but just a little bit of time just to cool down more than anything else. But look how much.
Wow.
It's so amazing. In fact, let me bring it onto a white piece of card.
It looks like a piece of jewellery.
It does, yeah. You get that enamelled look, and it is absolutely beautiful. That's now touch dry. Honestly, it's so incredible. Look at that. It's like glass. And it's like you get this amazing, it's like adding your glossy highlights to something, but you wouldn't be able to add your glossy highlights to this because it's too thick. So being able to heat emboss and get that sort of look is, I mean, that's a mirror shine on there, isn't it?
Yes.
It's absolutely incredible. So that's amazing. But the other thing then you can do, let me bring in, now these are pigmented ink pads as well. The difference with these is these are metallic. So this one is our silver Midas ink pad. This one is our shimmer ink pad. Both have a really nice difference about them, but what it means is you can do techniques such as resist. And resist I mean as in, so this one, let the evening be gin. You just see that on there, can you see? You can't see it because I've done it in black and I've just put clear embossing powder over the top. But it means if I use my 2 ink pads, so we've got then our blue and, so I'll pop that one on there, and our silver, I can start to mix those 2. So bringing that one in, let's just bring this one, let's just load this up a little bit more, and then just bring that over the top. And don't worry about covering that for now, because remember, these are opaque, they're layerable, but we want that to get some coverage. And then I'm going to bring in that blue on the other side. And in fact, let me just use a little bit of the kitchen towel just to hold that and bring that blue over the top. These are beautiful ink pads, and again, they're pigment ink pads, so they stay wetter for longer. It means you can also do the same technique of heat embossing over the top, but once you, let's pop that to the side, once you then have finished with those, just grab yourself some kitchen towel and just give that a buff, and then what will happen, the black will start to come through, and you get this amazing metallic background.
That looks incredible. I love that.
So if I just move that so you can see it, look at that.
Yeah.
And you get just different unique backgrounds every single time, so that's amazing. So if you want your pigment ink pads that stay wetter for longer, that one is your Parakeet. You've also got your Midas, which is your silver one, and then you've got your shimmer ink pad, which is your Tropic Blue. And I would say give them all a try. That way you can do your blending techniques, you can add your glitter to make a completely different colour, you can create that butterfly with wherever I've put it. So you've got your little butterfly there. In your enamelled one. There's so many different ones you can do, and then if you want to stamp, do your stamping that dries quickly, you then can bring in your quick drying ink pad. I would just say, with the prices that these are today, all half price, if you've not tried them, now's your chance to try one out.
Totally agree. And they're having a range of different types of ones. That's brilliant. Loads of people saying thank you very much for that. Mary Reno says, pigment inks have always been my favourite. Suzanne Griffith says, some great tips, Debbie, thank you. The ink pads are on really good deals today.
Yeah.
And Pammy says, the metallics are my favourite. They're so gorgeous when clear embossed. And I think actually, they can be, if you don't really know, you're just starting up, there's so many different ink pads. I mean, I was saying in the break, before I started here, I thought, oh, I need ink pads, and I bought a whole load, and they were all wrong. I mean, they're all lovely, but they're all for the wrong thing, for what I bought them for. And it wasn't until quite a lot later that I realised why things weren't coming out quite the right way. So it's really great to have, like you say, a mixture, so you can try out different things. One of the many, many deals we've got on the shows. Next thing we've got for you are some pen trays. So these will go perfectly inside that bag that I showed you earlier on. This is the most popular item we've had on the show tonight. So 6 trays, again half price. This is £9.99 or $12.47. Your platinum price is £7.99 or $9.98. Great way for keeping all your pens organised. Next thing we've got are your ink pad trays. So if you were inspired by watching that demo and you want to buy some more ink pads, this is great for you. Again, half price. Platinum price is £6.79 or $9.99. And do remember, with all of these deals that we've got on today, triple points, and if you use the code FOUNDIT10, you're going to get 10% off as well. So these are really fabulous deals today. Next thing we've got for you are your black paper pads. So you saw Debbie using this earlier on. This is 30 sheets. Now this is actually 30% off, but still a fabulous price. 30 sheets for £5.59 or $8.96. Wow. You know, you just buy it anyway, even if you weren't planning on doing anything at the moment with those metallic pens and bits and pieces that we've shown you earlier. Your next thing we've got on the show is our premium pencil paper pad. That's a lot of puss in there. So that again is 30% off, £5.59. $8.96, again 30 sheets you're getting there. Next thing we've got is your watercolour paper. So we're covering all aspects of the work that you might want to do. 20 sheets in this. This again is 30% off, £7.84 or $8.96. So really well worth having the opportunity to get those. Jessica said, we coloured rocks at my in-laws and then hid them. And I first read that and I thought, well, in your in-laws' house, in their bed, as a trick, but actually they hid them in the garden, or they hid them so the nephews that were coming the next week could find them, and then the nephews painted rocks to leave for her children. And I think that's a lovely idea, isn't it?
Really
you know, leaving
nice,
those little
yeah.
things. But yeah, maybe I was just thinking about my in-laws, and if I was doing that, I would have popped them in their beds. Underneath their pillow. You know, a little bit like Princess and the Pea. So they wake up in the morning and go, oh, I'm really uncomfortable. And that's because I put rocks in your bed. And I wonder why they don't like me. No, that's not true. So lots of people messaging in to say all the ideas that you're showing us are really, really great, because people are sort of seeing different ways of using products. You know, different, no, actually maybe you've never thought, I shall try these different kinds of pens because they're, you know, they're out my price range, but with these kind of deals, they become in your price range, but you don't really know how to use them because you've not, you've not bought them before.
Absolutely, Becky, that's exactly what it is. And also, I think the more that we think, because we use all these things all the time, we think everyone watches every minute of the time, but actually they don't. And when people dip in and out of shows, they're only catching slight bits. So it's always good, because eventually you'll start to learn all these things and what they're for. And we do have a lot of items in our Spectrum Noir range, and it can be mind-boggling.
Yeah, even, I mean, I've been here for coming up for 2 years, and even I think, well, I've not seen that. I didn't think to use that in that particular way. So it's definitely a great opportunity. Equally, these aqua pens are a great opportunity for you to get as well. So it's a 12 pen set. These are half price. Again, most things we've got on the show today are half price. So this is, a plan price is £9.19 or $13.19. And to show you the colours, these are the colours we've got here. I'm going to put them around the right way so you can actually read what they say. But they are all those kind of neutral kind of colours that you'll be able to get a lot of use out of. I think these are a great sort of starting point, because these colours you'll use again and again rather than necessarily going for the super bright colours. So great for sort of if you're going to be doing landscapes or maybe doing something more portraiture. These are going to be an absolutely wonderful opportunity for you to try out your aqua pens. So brilliant price, £9.19 or $13.19. Again, that's very good. Right, Debbie, what are you going to do with these ones?
Oh, I love them. I just love aqua pens. Again, it's one of the ones you sort of get to use and then you think, oh, why haven't I used these for a long while? And we are governed, obviously, by what things are on the show and what we're showing. But aqua pens, for me, and I honestly grab these at that price, because it's insanely good. A half-price deal on our artist quality 12-piece amazing aqua pens is incredible. Now, first of all, what you'll see with the pens is they are dual-ended. They're the same colour running through the whole pen. You've got your really fine bullet nib on that one, and then you've got your brush nib on the other side. This is a Japanese brush nib. All the money of these is basically in not only the ink but also that brush nib, because they are absolutely amazing. Go out and buy a high quality aqua pen and you'll be paying a lot more than $11.49 to get 12 pens for, which are incredible. If you are an artist, you will absolutely love these pens. If you're someone that just loves to draw, you will love them. But if you are someone that likes maybe doing backgrounds, you'll also love them as well. Now, I've got some watercolour cardstock. It's the one thing I would say you would need with your pens. We do sort of say our all-purpose, our multi-purpose cardstock you can use with your watercolour pens, but actually you can't beat watercolour cardstock. I believe we've got a pad on for the watercolour cardstock as well, which is amazing. Now, the best way I think to use these and to get the most out of your pens is always on your glass mat or your media mat or your splodge away mat, anything like that. And all you would do is sort of scribble that colour down. So all I'm going to do to start with is take some colour. Now, there's different ways. I'm going to show you two different backgrounds to start with. So firstly, I'm going to take some of this colour and just run some down onto my glass mat. Let's take then another colour and we can pop that one in as well. And then let's take another one. Let's take that nice sort of pop of green here. So pop that down. Now, what we can do with this is start to use our larger paintbrush. So let me just get my flat-ended brush. And there we go. I knew I'd seen my water pot somewhere. So just get my water pot. And then all we're going to do, and in fact, let me just find a spritzer bottle. I know we've got some somewhere. Yeah, we have got them somewhere.
Everything's been tidied up, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's all been tidied up, but I can't find the spritzer. It doesn't really matter. So all I do without the spritzer, I'm just going to run water over my cardstock just to dampen my cardstock. So it's not soaking wet, it's just got that layer of water down. And then I'm just going to pick up that colour and we're just going to go straight underneath. Thank you, Tracy. We're just going to go over the top, and then we're just going to bring that next colour down and just bring that one down. And then I'm just going to clean my brush and then just come in with that lovely sort of greeny yellow, which is beautiful. And then I'm going to go back in, so you can really mix these colours, not put so much water down this time, so just blend those colours in. And then just the last one there. And then you can do a really quick background just by getting those colours down. So if I just dry that off very quickly. Now the other way to do it is then using your leftover, so whatever's here at the side. You could either add some more if you wanted to, but what I would say is be careful. Don't put your pens onto the wet surface, because what's going to happen is your pens are just going to suck that right up. So if I would just, let's say we want to put a little bit more of that orange down, I wouldn't put it anywhere that it's wet, so let's bring it round here, because all that will happen is it will just suck that up. And then all I'm going to do is bring in another piece of card. I've got, now Tracy's brought me in a little spritzer bottle, so we're just going to dampen that bit down. And then all we need to do is just place that over the top. So you could just place that straight in. So that's called more of a splodge effect. So you're getting those same colours, but you're getting a completely different look. And you can keep going, so you can keep picking that up until you get your desired look, or filling that paper up, or you can spritz down a little bit more and get some extra colours laid down on there. So you're getting both those different colours. Let me just grab some kitchen towel and mop that up. And then you can do what they class as, or we class as, sort of faux bleaching. So let's just dry that one off as well, just so we can show you those two different colours. So just dry that one off. And I always like to dry it off a little bit, so then you can see how it looks. You can always then do the same effect, go back in with that. Also with where we did earlier, when we done the resist technique, you could do that onto one of these and then do your watercolours on top. So that's always a nice one to go for. And then you can always then take in a smaller brush. So let's just bring in a smaller brush and take in some water. You can literally just tap down and literally onto there. And we can do the same onto here. And this is what we class as our faux bleaching. And then what that does, all those little water splatters, they're going to suck all that water up into the little particles. And then just using that piece of kitchen towel, we can use that same piece, just pop that down on top. That will take all them up, and then you get that faux bleached effect,
that's nice,
which looks really, really pretty. And again, it's probably something we do a lot of, because it is one of those techniques that just looks amazing. But now I've got two different backgrounds that I can keep, and then we can stamp on them to them, we can emboss them, add our gilding waxes on. There's so much you can do with them. So have a play and do some backgrounds. Now, the other thing I want to show you is if I bring in that same pack. So this is the pack you're getting, which is your essentials, and it has all these amazing colours. But what about if you wanted to use it with those sparkle pens? Now, the sparkle pens you've seen me use throughout the last hour and a half. These are just incredible pens. I love them because they have their intense sparkle. I love them because they're water-based and you can do so much with them. But what I do love with them is you can, they've got little side which says push. You can't probably really see that on there. It's got push on this side and this side. And if you put your fingers onto there and just sort of give it a little pumping action, if you squeeze it it. Can you see there? You can get that sort of, you can get lots out in one go. So if I wanted to do that same technique I just did with these papers, I could just add my sparkle then into that as well. And you could get a sparkle effect. I could just paint over that, but then I would distort what I've already put down. But also you can paint with them. So let's say these, I mean, I haven't got the right colours, but I'm just going to go in with different colours for our bluebells. So I've got my colour there. I'm just going to pop in some of that beautiful sort of peachy colour. I'm not going anywhere near there because I don't want my nib to suck up that that glitter because it's going to contaminate. And take some of that and mix that with that colour, and then we can start to paint with it. And I love this technique. I think it's a really nice sort of mindful way to do your painting and get those amazing watercolours, but also get your sparkle without any of the mess. So I'm just doing all these colours. Let's just come in.
And is that another stamp from the Academy of Colour?
No, this one's quite an old stamp actually.
It's lovely,
it's our
actually.
bluebells. It was one from our Sharon Callis range.
Right, okay.
So just painting those on. And then the other one. So even though I've done that, I can then now still come in, because it's watercolour and it's not like your alcohol markers. You need to work fairly quickly. With watercolours, I can leave this for a couple of days and I can still come back and still paint onto it. I don't have to worry about it. So I'm going to come in with that darker colour now. So again, taking a little bit of the sparkle, and then I'm going to add some sort of shading. So into there, and I'm not putting a lot on because that's a lot darker colour, but I'm going where I think my shading will be. Just coming down there, just adding that touch in, and then this one I think will be quite darker underneath because this one is going over, and then again adding that extra in. And again, because they're watercolours, if you was to if you didn't like something, just use some water and a clear brush, and you can actually just dab water on, go on with tissue. So if I've gone out of the edges, I can actually bleach that away.
Okay.
I'm just going to take that off now, off my pen, and go back in with a lighter colour because I want to just blend that in now. So can you see we're now getting that beautiful.
That looks lovely. And like you say, even though the bluebells are the wrong colour, they look great.
They do look lovely, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the good thing with when you're colouring, that they could be whatever colour you want them to be. Yeah. So you can completely change that flower out, just like so. So you get that beautiful effect. So let's just take that one away. And obviously I wouldn't normally waste that. I would normally dip another piece of card in and do that. But I'm going to actually bring in some green now for our stems. So again, just putting that little bit of green there. We've got that lighter colour green, so I'm going to bring that one in as well, so we can use both of those together. And then again, start with your lightest colour, because that's the one that you can add more in. It's harder to take your darker colour away. So let's start just bringing that one in. And really, when you think about watercolouring, it's just a really quick way of colouring in, but having just that mindfulness to do it. It's beautiful. So just bringing that all into there. Let's just do those steps. I think Tracy sounds like she's having an argument with the boxes out there, doesn't she? It does sound like fireworks. So let's bring that one in.
I don't know if you could hear the banging, but it was actually a seagull by the front door.
That's funny.
Desperate to get in. It's a huge crafting fan, and it's heard the deals, and it's coming in. Yeah, that's it, knocking on the door. That's quite crazy, isn't it? I don't know if you could hear that, but there was quite a lot of banging.
I thought it was Tracy with the boxes.
I thought it was teenagers with a football. That's very strange. That looks stunning, Debbie. Absolutely stunning.
It's amazing, isn't it, what you can do just with a few colours. Oh, I thought you meant my colouring, Johnny. It's like, oh my God.
Is the seagull being fed from here? Is that what's happening?
That is funny.
Because there's a few things of seagulls where they've gone into shops, haven't they? They helped themselves to a packet of crisps and just wandered out. And then I think, was it down in Salcombe where they were, it's doing it again. They sort of dive-bombed people that are buying fish and chips.
That's funny.
That is very weird.
It literally wants to come in the door. I thought it was Tracy with the boxes.
No, it's doing it again.
It is. It's at the door again.
I was going to break through the door in a minute.
Do it. That's so funny. That's so funny. So funny.
It does what
it wants the amazing deals, doesn't it? But there you go. And if I just hold that up to the light, the sparkle that you get on there is incredible. I mean, look at those, just shiny sparkle, and you can do that with these pens. So again, go for your clear overlay, go for your aqua colours, because that is an amazing deal on those. I mean, only $11.49 I think they are, and you're going to be able to paint so many things. And think of how much pen that I've used. It's not a lot at all.
No, they're
to be
going to
able
last for
to
a long
be
time,
really
aren't they?
creative with those, it's just amazing. I love these pens.
Beautiful.
Incredible.
Really, really nice. I enjoy that. So we're going to do a demo of the day. So have you got a finished demo?
I haven't got anything finished, no. So it's all you.
I'm going to win.
today.
I'm going to win.
You're going to win today,
Okay.
Becky. I love that.
So
I planned it.
My first one is this roll. So you can put your bits and pieces in it, made from the log cabin. So with the East fabric. So that is the number one. And then number two is my bunny placemat. Wrong way. There you go. So one or two. Oops. One or two, and it doesn't matter because I'm going to win anyway. Woohoo! Right, we're going to go and sort out the seagull and tell him to go away because I'm a bit concerned when I go out there and it's a bit dark. But check out your baskets. Remember, if you're buying anything, use Found It 10 to get your 10% off. Everything will be giving you triple points this weekend as well. So we'll see you in a couple of moments.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get your hands on the latest crafty must-haves. Leave the hard work to us while you shop from the comfort of your own living room. Head to the Crafters Companion website to see our full crafty range, or hit the Shop the Day button to see all the new and exciting products featuring on Crafters TV. Once you've filled your cart, leave it to us to get your crafty goodies to you in super quick time, so you can get on with being creative. Crafters Companion, making crafty shopping a breeze.
We've got a double bill of great news for our US crafters. You'll now pay less for delivery and your parcels will arrive in double quick time. Our team has joined forces with UPS to speed up the delivery of Crafters Companion orders across the USA. Order online with us and your crafting treats will arrive on your doorstep in just 2 to 3 business days. And shipping will cost just $9.95, so you can treat yourself to even more crafting goodies. So head over to the Crafters Companion website to place your order today. You'll be getting creative with all your treats in no time at all.
Pokey tools and paper pads, gilding, wax and stamping mats, scissors, glitter, builder blocks, faux snow fabric, rocker blocks, Bria's misters, quilting clips, and die brush tools, precision snips, finger daubers, acetates, stencils, glue guns and templates, Gemini Pro, Julia and the OG, Gemini Go, Mini and the MIDI, tri-blend brush pens, aqua pens and aqua blends, illustrators, classics and tri-blends and color blends and glitter pens and sparkle pens, outliner pens. Fine tip glue applicators, envelopers, creators, stamping platforms, boxer boards, a big score and scoreboard, Nina card and craft card, glitter card, matte black card, graphics, wadding and adhesive sheets, glass mats, guillotines and pen trays, bottle dice and zinc trays, mitre tools and binding tools and toe bags, USBs, bone folders and punches, low-tack tape and brushes, stamens, mountboard, flower forming foam, outline markers, DVDs, spelled quick writing pads and CDs, gilding flakes and washi tape, tacky glue, red liner tape, craft and sport press, sparkle pots, Centura pan and sticky dots, pigment ink pads, chunky glue, body bags, all-purpose glue, embossing folders, blending tools, storage folders, much more too. Water reactive ink pads, body bags, craft magnets, year of craft and glue, stick and spray and stick away, dotty tape and split pens, acrylic paint pens, tape pens, watercolor card, rotary cutters, magazines and stamping card, ultimate Pro and the rotating design board, Ultimate Buzz Compendium, Sarah Signature Collections, and don't forget Discovery Kits. Oh, and there's foam pads, think that's it. One final thing, foam on a roll. Foam on a roll.
I love that song. I think it's brilliant. I think it's one of my favourites. I really enjoyed that. That's 3 more until he does an album. Oh, interesting. I wonder whether he'll do one of the songs as Arnie, because he does a really good impression of Arnie. That might be quite good. The Crafty Ladies. Are we all going to have to dance?
That'd be good.
Yeah,
I dance.
Huh? You dance?
I dance. I love dancing.
Do you? I hate
oh my
dancing.
God, yeah. Oh no, I love it. I'm the one on the dance floor all night.
Really?
Yeah, I love it.
I don't dance, but I did dance a lot last weekend. I could barely walk actually because I still have my foot.
Yeah, you said you
know, I
danced
told
all
you I
night at your
fractured
wedding.
my foot a few weeks ago,
Yeah.
and it still hasn't healed properly. And so wearing my yeah, of course, in my heels, very silly of me, but no, never mind, it's fine. Just tape it up. We do have some great deals for you still. This one is your mandala kit here. So this, you've got a whole selection of different mandalas for you to colour in, as well as some fine liners and some of our alcohol markers, including all the instructions as well. So if I show you on the back here, this is what you'll get inside the pack. So really great if you want to get started and doing some mandala colouring, and they do look fantastic once they've been finished, and they're quite intricate sort of designs. So having them printed out, the instructions, you've got all the pens that you could need to make this for a fantastic price. This is £14.99, $17.47, or your platinum price is £11.99 or $13.98. You're going to show us what you're going to get inside, aren't you, Debbie?
Yeah, I think this is amazing. I just think if you wanted to practice your colouring, this really does teach you step by step of the way. And what better way to start than with mandalas, because they're such a lovely image to colour in. You're getting them all in here. Some of these have been coloured in. People have been having a dabble, you can see.
Oh, look at
here.
that.
I know, they're just incredible. And I just think they are something, again, we keep saying that word today, mindful, but crafting is about mindfulness, and colouring definitely is. But to be able to get that level of colouring is amazing. So what we're going to do to start with, I want to just carry on colouring from one of our images that we've got here. Now what you'll be able to see as I colour in how different it is and what you do to make it more outstanding. So I'm just taking one of my pens. This one is our Ice Blue blend. Really beautiful colour. It's got our 3 colour blend system. So anyone that's not seen our tri-blend markers, it starts with a light colour, a mid colour and a dark colour. Now these are all our colours that are in our Spectrum Noir Classique range. So you've got your IB1, your IB2 and your IB3. So we know that those 3 colours are going to mix really well together. So straight away what you're going to do is lay down that first layer of colour. Let me move those out the way. So I'm just going to lay down that first layer of colour just in that lightness there. And then we can go straight in with our mid colour. So just using that to put that shade in where you think that's going to go. Just slightly up there. And then you can then still go in with the darkest colour. It hasn't been done on these ones. I'm just going to go in those corners just to blend in. Now, even though this one, obviously someone's done, so they haven't quite got to that blended in, I'm just going to go over that, then go back in with my medium colour and just colour slightly into there. And again, into that one. So that's just blending all around. And there. And then we can go in then with our next colour, lightest colour, and just blend that in. So it is a case that just, and it will, so Baz teaches you on here, tells you where to start, how to use your pens, top tips in there, and it tells you step by step how to get that colour in, how to enhance. It's such a good system, and I think we've been very lucky to get Baz to do these kits for us. Now, once you've done those, you've then got inside, you've got your art liners. So can you see where we've got all those darker lines? It means you can go in with your art liners. So you've got a 0.1 and a 0.3. So if you go in with your 0.1, it means that you can literally just go along. Now, if you wanted to, you could add these lines with a ruler if you wanted completely straight lines. You could also, so whoever's done this before has gone in with this one, you can see is a darker line, so they've gone in with a darker pen. But literally, it's just a case of adding those lines in to really get that to stand out. And then you start to take that shape. So those kits are absolutely amazing. Now, the other thing I want to do, I don't want to spend too much time on the actual colouring, but you get the gist of that, how that goes, what your art liners are for, and how they work. What I also want to start to do is to bring in something else that we showed earlier, which is our colour blend pencils. Now, colour blend pencils then take your colouring up to a whole new level, because you can actually colour on top of your mandalas. Now, I'm not going to do this one because we might want to use this one again. So I've just got one here, which is already a card that's been made, but it's got a mandala stamp on it. So let's just pop them to the side, because now what I want to do, that's our kit with our mandalas. Absolutely go for that. That's an amazing price, at half price. We've used our alcohol pens again, similar colours. But this time I want to transform this to another level. So even though that's beautiful and we've got that amazing level of depth, we can then take it to another level of depth. So I know I've got some dark greens here, so I'm going to start off with my darker green, and I'm going to really come in at the centre point. Now, actually, now I'm looking at that is, although it's the same match, it's matching too well. So actually what I want to do is take a darker colour. So I'm going to go for this one, which is our blackberry, which is a really dark purple colour. And I'm going to start to blend that into there, because what that's going to do, it's going to give me real depth that this is laying on top. So what I'm going to do is bring that in, just shade in, and I'm going to do this side so you'll see the difference with the opposite side. And we're just going to come in and do that shade in. And you can see the beautiful...
Really effective.
It's so effective, isn't it? And then what we're going to do is go back to that green and then just blend over there, because then what you do is you make that green, because we're shading it in, but what you're doing is getting that so it really looks like that now is completely popping out of the page. So let's just continue with that. For me, colour blend pencils over alcohol pencils are amazing. And you might sort of wonder why you would need to do that, as you've already done your alcohol colouring. But actually, it's just another way of making that pop. And just creating something that has even more depth to it. I love these pencils. I think they're incredible. I think they're very much underused. I think we need to sort of use them more. They're also great if you've got beautiful papers that you love, but you want to put some more sort of dimension into them. You can start to use those on your flowers, maybe in your on your papers, on toppers. They're going to look beautiful on. But yeah, it's a really nice way and a fairly quick way actually, because all I'm doing is blending those two colours together just to be really creative.
That does make a real difference. You look from each side of that card.
Yeah.
You're right, it does make it completely pop.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? And then even at the top ones here, I can then just come in and put that darkness around there. And it's just going to enhance all the time. So a little bit more here. So the level of depth now has gone up a whole new level, hasn't it? Mm. Yeah, I do love this. So I used it in the craft along last week with the Academy of Colour because we've got those pencil techniques because we've now got the Academy of Colour with the pencils and I use them over the alcohol colouring. It's just a really nice way to do it. And then even on the blues now, so I'm going to sticking with my deep purple, but I'm going to come in sort of underneath here, just around, just to add a little bit more definition around that circle. And then I'm going to come in, but this time instead of using a green, I'm going to come in and use a blue over there. And all the time, all that's doing is it creating that lay down of colour, which you couldn't get so much with alcohol pens. Because there's only a certain amount of alcohol pen that you can lay down. But by doing it this way, it's just creating that next level of depth all the way round. And again, not doing nothing too much on there. All I want to do is to blend that in. That one's too light, so let's go in with a darker one. And you've just got that trial and error of what ones you use. Just coming round.
Had a message from Imani Stackhouse saying, I'm an art student and I love all the Spectrum Noir pens. They're all uniquely wonderful. That's, like we say, they are artist grade products that we're using, aren't they?
Absolutely, and I love that, Marnie. Thank you for letting us know that because we have gone out to colleges and places that use colleges and unis that use our products and introduce them there, and we've always had such really good reviews, and hopefully they'll just get more and more in the future. So absolutely love that. But just by doing that sort of clouding effect around, just using that in circular motions, the depth that we've got behind those circles now has just gone up to that whole new level, which is incredible. I could do this literally for hours. I just think this is so amazing. And then I think we can come in with that lighter colour now and really just blend them all down, and look at the depth you're then getting of that one. It's just amazing. And you think we've gone for a fairly flat colour here to then being very creative with our pencils. And it's because of their blendability capabilities with being wax pencils that we're able to do these type of blending, and they look amazing.
Stephanie says, Debbie, would you rehearse your pencils to see the effect on a scrap before applying to your artwork?
I don't. I quite like just trying them out because that first lay down, if you don't like it, get a rubber, rub it out. You won't rub the whole colour away, but you'll rub a lot of it out. So because they're just wax pencils, so you can use an eraser to actually rub those out. So, but I quite like going in and trying different colours because you can always go in with a dark colour and then go over it even more. And what I love about pencils is you can start adding different colours in. So if I wanted to add a touch, let's say we wanted to add a touch of mustard, and I wanted to just slightly go in under here, just to give a bit of shading, because they're pencils, I can then just even elevate that with a completely different colour. So you can see going from sort of that side there where we've really elevated it to then this side, there's no comparison. This side looks amazing. And actually, before we did this side looked amazing. But it just shows you what you can do when you use pencils on top and just taking different colours and blending them and just making them look amazing. I think it's just incredible what you can do, and I just love them. It's one of my I let everyone know it is one of my absolute favourite techniques. I'm just going to add a little bit more darkness around here so we can sort of make that pop a little bit more. But yeah, I think you can just keep going, you can keep playing, keep making those colours pop, and they're just going to work for you. But I absolutely love these pencils, and for this price, $14.99, I just think you can't go wrong. Look at all these beautiful colours that you're getting in this tin. Keep them in this tin as well, because the other thing is, Becky, let me just bring these in. Our pencils have been made to blend together well. So this one's slightly, that one's in a slightly different position. So I'm just looking to see. I think that's the other way round. Yes. So I think this one goes the other one. There it is. That. The reason I was saying that is because they've just slightly been put in a different order. Let me just pop them round. When you get your pencils, you might be inclined to put sort of all the same colours together if you've got different tins. The 3 colours have each been done to put for you to blend together. So can you see those 3 yellows are going to blend effortlessly together. Those next 3 colours are going to blend together. These 3 colours will blend. Your greens are going to blend. Your blues are going to blend. You've got your purples there, and you've got your browns, and so on. So I think they've been moved around as well. But keep them all in that order because it's been done that way, so you don't have to make those choices.
Right.
We know that those pencils are all going to work well together.
Fantastic. That's brilliant. I really do like that. It's it looks amazing, and it's making me want to have to buy something. I have to be honest. Lots of people loving this. I do actually have a demo of the day. So which one did you think was going to be the demo of the day? It was either the roll, the log cabin roll, or the placemat. I thought it was going to be the placemat. And we're right. This is demo of the day. And I won! Yay! It was only against myself, but I'm pleased that I won anyway. Lots of people are loving this, and the colour pencils look fantastic. It now looks 3D, Debbie, says Susan Griffiths. Beth says, I like the before and after for comparison. Annie says, I have this now, I can go over it again. And For Holidays Design says, watching this makes me miss Friday afternoon Colour Me Happy shows. Yeah, I mean, being able to have a look at all the different bits and pieces, different ideas, it's really quite inspiring. And do remember, you can always watch stuff back. So if you think, well, actually, I've just bought those pencils, I've watched you, but I need to watch someone else, you can always watch back on YouTube and see other shows that we've done in the past. So I'm glad that everyone's enjoying that. Now, the next thing we're going to have a look at are our gilding flakes, which I really want to just cover my body because I think they're gorgeous. So these ones are these beautiful sort of copper, gold and green tones. So you can see them here in all of their glittery glory as little butterflies. These are a great price again. These are half price like most of the things we've got on the show. £7.49, $8.47. Platinum price is £5.99 or $6.78. And that is for all 3 colours, and they're quite significant pots. You will get a lot of use out of them because you only use a tiny amount. And Debbie, you've got them over there actually in the little boxes, haven't you?
Yeah, I love these. And actually, I was demoing these with my nails last week on Hobby Maker, and they literally stick to your nails.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you can put them on your nails. So you were saying about you want to cover your body in them. You could cover your nails in them if they're gel nails, and they will stick to your gel nails. So yeah,
that's good to know.
And it took me ages to rub them off. So I think if you wanted to, it would stick to your gel nails. I love the colours in these. I think I'm not sure. Let me just double check that is the right one. So yes, it is. So yeah, these are beautiful. Look at the colours in these. Absolutely amazing. This one is our Sun Glow. These are gorgeous. There's loads you get in here. Look at that. I mean, just absolutely twinkly, shiny gorgeousness in these little pots. They are, say little pots, they're 50 mil, so you do get a lot of gilding flakes in them. These are great to use with your glues, so your glue pens, your red liner tapes, your foam sheets, your double-sided sheets, your tape pens, your dotted tape pens, anything that's sticky, you can stamp with our special glue. So you'll find that on the website. We've got glue kits and you can apply glue to your stamps, stamp them, let them go a little bit tacky, then apply your gilding flakes, and they look amazing. We've then got our, oh sorry, that's the Sun Glow. That one was our rich copper. This one is just Sun Glow. Again, you can see all that beautiful design. These are just absolutely amazing. I just love, I mean, they look like crystals when you open it up. It's so, they're just beautiful. And then I absolutely love this one. So this is our Verdigris, which is another really beautiful one. What I love about this one, it's very rare that you would get colours like, I mean, look at that. That looks like something that Superman, it should be in the Superman movie.
Oh yeah,
it?
Kryptonite.
Kryptonite,
yeah.
Yes. Is that your kryptonite? Look.
I think craft things are everyone's kryptonite, aren't they?
It actually does look like kryptonite. Yeah. That's amazing. So yeah, that one's amazing. You're getting all three of those colours, and again, half price deal. That's crazy. $7.49, Becky. I mean, look at the platinum price. Yeah, absolutely amazing. You will love them. And again, I feel like this show has been a little bit like, if you've not dabbled in some of the Spectrum Noir that we do, now's the time to do it, especially at those half price deals, because they are incredible.
Fantastic. Now we do have, this is our Easter deal here. So this is a Gemini Midi. So this is the larger of the hand cranked die cutting machines. Great, very transportable, very easy to use. Great if you've got kids, you want to be able to use those. And you've got little folders that you would use to put through the machine. I think most of us have one of these, as well as our original Gemini, and we have them on top because they're quite useful if you're running, you know, you're just doing like little flowers or very small dies, running them through that rather than putting them through the whole of your original Gemini is quite useful to have. But this particular deal we've got, you're going to be getting this, and you'll be getting these dies, and you're actually going to be getting 9. You're going to be buying 9 of these, and you're getting another 9 free. So these are mini dies. These are absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just going to flick through so you can see all of these different ones that you're going to be getting. It sounds like there's a whole horde of seagulls outside. I think they have. I'm quite frightened. So you can see all of these different dies, and these are great for all sorts of different things. But I think particularly if you want to, if you want to embellish like a gift tag or something similar, these are the perfect kind of size. All sorts of different types of ones. Obviously that one is going to be one of my favourites. But you've got sentiments in here as well as other little dies. I mean, there's so many I can't actually hold on to them. Oh look, see? Just throwing them around. Butterflies as well as dragonflies. I love that one with the Monstera plant. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. This one I think is particularly lovely. You can see here how tiny those little dies are. So you've got a full alphabet in there. They are really, really wee. Great opportunity to get all of these here. As I say, you're buying 9 and you're getting 9 for free. So you're getting all of these little mini ones here. Perfect for all sorts of different occasions. A few more here, and the last 2 we've got just here as well. Price for this is £91.92, is your platinum price, or $131.12 for the MIDI and all of those dies. Plus, if you use the code down here, found it 10, you'll get 10% off. Everything that you buy this weekend is going to give you triple points as well. So this is a really great opportunity to grab all of these deals. And we've had some amazing deals today, so many half-price deals. So great opportunity if you wanted to try something new. You've been inspired by some of Debbie's demos to show how versatile all the products are. I mean, perhaps you've already sort of thought, oh, pencils might only be, you know, something I wouldn't really work. Actually, it shows you how you can use them in all sorts of different ways. Now, I'm not going to be here tomorrow because I'm going to a party. If I can get past all the seagulls on my way home. But Debbie, you're going to be here tomorrow with Corinne, aren't you?
I certainly am. Me and Corinne all weekend. So we've got, we've got our wake up, no, play your crafts, right? That's it in the morning. So I'm excited to see what game Nicola has in store with us. We've got our craft along. Oh yes, with glitter paste.
Oh, nice.
Yes, Corinne's got an amazing craft along with that. I don't know if we've got a craft along guest, but if not, we'll be watching Corinne with our beady eyes. And also we've got a Totally Tiffany show in the evening, a brand new launch. It's our zip bags, which are amazing. Zip and Store. I love them. They're just amazing. So me and Corinne are going to be in showing you those tomorrow evening. So it's going to be a jam-packed weekend.
Fantastic.
Thank you for today.
Oh yeah, thank you. It's been great. I love working with you, Debbie.
I know. It's so nice working with you.
And I'm
too,
sure
Debbie.
when we get home, we will have nothing to say to each other because we've been together for a whole 24 hours
There'll be
now.
nothing.
Yeah, we just go to separate rooms. Just saying, separate rooms. I'm not going. As you watch, you're not going to go to bed with me and wake up with Corinne.
We're going to go and make Corinne's bed.
We
though,
are going to
aren't
go
we?
make Corinne's bed for her because she's going to get in
getting
so late
tonight.
Yeah, it's really cute, but also we don't want to have banging around when we're trying to sleep.
Ulterior motive.
No, we just thought she's going to come home at midnight. She needs to have her bed
Yeah, she needs to just crash,
So we're going to
not
put some
make her
chocolates on the pillow. You know, put the music.
Take these 3 little eggs that are left.
I've
put
still
them
got a
on
little
her
packet of eggs.
pillow.
I'll leave them by her.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah, or leave them by the bedside table with a little bottle of water.
Yeah, we'll put
You know,
where's the water?
We're going to make it like a
water.
hotel.
I've got a bottle of water. We'll put that there as well.
We're going to expect the same thing, I'm just saying, whenever any of us come into the house, that somebody else is going to make our bed for us. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I do hope you've enjoyed all of the shows today. Take the opportunity, if you want to buy anything, make sure you use that code, FOUNDIT10, and that was going to be valid until, when did we say? Monday at midnight. Remember, we've got this fantastic deal that's going to be running all weekend with the MIDI and those dies, and triple points on everything that you buy this weekend. I'm going to be back in a couple of weeks' time, so have a good rest of your Easter. Enjoy tomorrow's shows. See you soon.